The dawn of the 20th century witnessed a seismic shift in the art world. This period marked a radical departure from traditional art forms, giving rise to modern art. Artists began to challenge established norms, experimenting with new techniques and perspectives. They sought to capture the rapidly changing world around them, exploring themes of industrialization, urbanization, and the human condition in unprecedented ways. We will check out the evolution of modern art from 1900 to the 1970s, focusing on four key movements: Fauvism, Cubism, Surrealism, and Abstract Expressionism. This era witnessed a surge of creativity and innovation, forever changing the landscape of art. From the vibrant colors of Fauvism to the abstract forms of Abstract Expressionism, these movements challenged conventional notions of beauty and representation. They pushed the boundaries of artistic expression, paving the way for contemporary art forms we see today. Each movement, though distinct in its style and philosophy, contributed to the tapestry of modern art, leaving an indelible mark on the history of art. Emerging in the early 1900s, Fauvism was a short-lived yet impactful movement that shook the foundations of the art world. The Fauves, meaning wild beasts in French, were a group of artists renowned for their bold and unconventional use of color. They liberated color from its traditional descriptive role, employing it as an independent expressive element. Henri Matisse, a leading figure of Fauvism, epitomized this approach in his iconic painting, Woman with a Hat from 1905. The painting depicts Matisse's wife, Amélie, in a vibrant, almost garish palette of colors. Greens, blues, and reds are applied in bold, unnaturalistic strokes, defying traditional notions of representation. Matisse, like his fellow Fauvists, believed that color should express emotions and sensations rather than merely depict reality. The result is a painting that is both visually striking and emotionally charged. Woman with a Hat caused a sensation at the 1905 Salon d'Automne in Paris, with critics deriding the artist's use of color as wild and barbaric. However, the Fauves' audacious approach to color paved the way for future generations of artists to explore the expressive potential of color beyond its traditional boundaries. Their influence can be seen in the work of expressionists, abstract expressionists, and countless other artists who embrace the power of color to convey emotions and ideas. Though short-lived, Fauvism left an indelible mark on the history of modern art, ushering in an era of artistic liberation and experimentation. Cubism, emerging in the early 20th century, revolutionized the way artists approached depicting three-dimensional space and form on a two-dimensional surface. Pioneered by Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque, Cubism challenged traditional notions of perspective and representation. Instead of depicting objects from a single viewpoint, Cubist artists fragmented and reassembled them on the canvas, showing multiple perspectives simultaneously. This revolutionary approach marked a significant departure from Renaissance perspective, which had dominated Western art for centuries. Picasso's iconic painting Guernica from 1937, though created later in his career, exemplifies the principles of Cubism. The painting, a powerful anti-war statement, depicts the horrors of the bombing of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War. Picasso uses fragmented forms, sharp angles, and a monochromatic palette to convey the chaos and brutality of war. The figures are distorted and broken, their limbs intersecting and overlapping in a disjointed manner. This fragmentation reflects the shattered reality of war, capturing the emotional and physical devastation inflicted upon innocent victims. Cubism's influence on 20th century art was profound. It paved the way for abstract art by demonstrating that art need not be a literal representation of reality. The movement's innovative approach to form and space inspired countless artists across various disciplines, including painting, sculpture, and architecture. Cubism remains a testament to the power of art to challenge conventions and reshape our understanding of the world around us. Surrealism, diving into the subconscious. Emerging in the 1920s, Surrealism delved into the depths of the human subconscious, exploring the realm of dreams, desires, and the irrational. Inspired by the psychoanalytic theories of Sigmund Freud, Surrealist artists sought to liberate the imagination from the constraints of reason and logic. They embraced automatism, a technique of spontaneous creation that allowed the unconscious mind to express itself freely. Salvador Dali, one of the most renowned Surrealist artists, captured the movement's dreamlike and often bizarre imagery in his iconic painting The Persistence of Memory from 1931. The painting depicts a desolate landscape with melting clocks, symbolizing the fluidity and subjectivity of time. The distorted figures and illogical juxtapositions create a dreamlike atmosphere, inviting viewers to question their perceptions of reality. Dali's meticulous technique, combined with his bizarre imagery, creates a haunting and unforgettable image that explores the depths of the human psyche. Surrealism's influence extended far beyond the realm of fine art, permeating literature, film, and fashion. The movement's exploration of the unconscious mind and its emphasis on imagination and creativity continue to resonate with artists today. Surrealism reminds us that art has the power to tap into the hidden recesses of our minds, revealing truths and emotions that lie beneath the surface of conscious thought. Abstract Expressionism, the triumph of gesture. Abstract Expressionism, emerging in the aftermath of World War II, marked a pivotal moment in American art. This movement, centered in New York City, rejected traditional subject matter and embraced abstraction as a means of expressing profound emotions and universal human experiences. Abstract Expressionists valued spontaneity and gestural brushstrokes, emphasizing the physical act of painting itself. Jackson Pollock, one of the movement's most prominent figures, became synonymous with his drip technique, which involved pouring and dripping paint onto canvases laid out on the floor. Pollock's No. 1A, 1948, exemplifies the energy and dynamism of abstract expressionism. The painting, a complex web of dripped and splattered paint, invites viewers to lose themselves in its rhythmic patterns and textures. Pollock's process was as important as the final product, with each drip and splatter capturing a moment of spontaneous creativity. Abstract Expressionism marked a turning point in art history, shifting the center of the art world from Paris to New York. The movement's emphasis on individual expression and its rejection of traditional artistic constraints paved the way for a multitude of artistic styles and movements that followed. Abstract Expressionism's legacy continues to inspire artists today, reminding us of the power of art to communicate raw emotion and convey the complexities of the human experience.